Problems, they're everywhere. You can find a problem every moment of your day if you want. But they're everywhere. They're all around us. And uh, if you want to solve a problem, oftentimes, and particularly if you don't have a lot of experience at solving that particular dilemma, you've got to take a step back. When I solve, when you're looking at a math problem that's complicated and you can't quite get it, you need to sleep on it. And maybe in the morning you'll be refreshed and have a clear idea of how to solve that problem. But we've all got problems. Some of them are temporary, some of them permanent. That's important to frame it around the possibilities. And one of the basic things in life we all need to know is that when you're dealing with difficult things, oftentimes you need to take a step back, perspective, talk to people who've had experience dealing with similar situations. Ask for assistance to reason through it. You don't need, no one's going to tell you, don't look for someone to tell you what to do because you're the type of person that can't make decisions. We all have to take adult responsibility and make decisions. That's just part of life. But it's important to take a step back. So here, May 2nd. Sometimes I become so busy staring at my problems that I miss the guidance I'm being given. When I become willing to let go of the need to do it by myself, I can listen to others and receive direction from my higher power. I become better able to move beyond my problems and start solving them. This became clear to me when I was caught in a sudden, blinding snowstorm. Visibility was so bad that I couldn't see the sides of the road. I couldn't tell where my driving lane began and ended. I struggled to find my way, but finally surrendered and began to pull off the road to sit out the storm. Then I realized that I could make it home if I allowed the trees that line the road to help me gauge my position. When I accept that help often comes in unexpected forms, I can release my hold on the problem and become willing to receive help. Today's reminder: I must do many things for myself, but I am not wholly self-sufficient. I need the help, support, and guidance I receive from my higher power and my Al-Anon friends. And when I catch myself struggling with a problem today, I will let go of it long enough to reach out for help. And the quote here is, once we learn to let go of the problem, the loving concern and help of the other members will provide strong support to help us understand what the Al-Anon program can do for us. End quote. This is Al-Anon. So this is the opposite perspective of someone who's fixated, can't let go, and is trying to control the situation. And what I frequently see happen is the loved one panic, 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 gets a thought about what to do, forces a solution. It doesn't work. They're frustrated. Let some more time go by. The pressure builds. Things look dark. And then they try to force another solution, and that doesn't go well because it doesn't work to force things with an addict. If you've done what I've suggested, which I oftentimes try to suggest every single week when I run a meeting, is to be reading Gretchen Rubin's The Four Tendencies, which is how we respond to expectations. You would begin to see kind of the ebb and flow of the person who's an addict and just kind of the ebb and flow of life, that no one likes to be told what to do. No one likes to feel like their choices are served up on a platter by somebody else. We all like to feel like we are respected and we are autonomous. So whenever someone decides to solve our problems or tries to come in and control us, there's a reaction to that. There's a reaction, and it's not a good reaction. So one of the things that I tried to say and is that typically in addiction we see poor parenting because there's someone standing over the addict telling them what to do, and what they're actually doing is taking all the good choices away from them, all of them, because they're ordering someone to do things in a certain sort of way. I literally had kids tell me, I was right about to do my homework, but then my dad came in and ordered me to he told me to do my homework, and then I just couldn't do it. Because it just felt like he was just a performing dog. And that's what we do when we tell people, we micromanage people's lives. We put them down. So if you're at work and you're a micromanager, you're maintaining some sort of parental status, and you're demeaning the people around you and causing some real friction and frustration. If people want you to hold them accountable and say, "Oh yeah, will you remind me or encourage me to do X?" There's a big difference between encouraging someone and telling someone what to do. There's a big difference between holding people accountable and bossing them around. And what I see in our 12-step program is people who have no boundaries, who really are controlling, they choose their words in such a way that is very demeaning to the people they're interacting with. And they are some of them are completely unaware. Some are actually pretty smart and they know. And they figured out, oh, I can get you to react to what I'm saying, and I can keep you in a certain sort of situation. So there's a spectrum there too, but generally people do care about their loved one generally and do want them to get better. They're just going about it in a very poor manner. And it's interesting, they don't seem to be teachable. They seem pretty stuck. So if you're stuck, that's where a higher power comes in. You can pray that you can stop these behaviors around trying to control, being God and trying to control other people. And the way to do that is you have to acknowledge a higher power and acknowledge your position in relationship to that higher power. So this passage just did a nice job of reminding us that there's all kinds, the world is dynamic and exciting and interesting, and there's all kinds of things going on around us. And if you're, kind of walking through life with those blinders on, you're missing out on so much in this world. So much. I pray you find a way to receive the blessings that are all around you at all times, every day.